Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome. This is another session of Stock Sniper Trading, but London session now. A lot of guys are used to seeing me in New York, but started to do a little bit more Londons recently, and we're really excited, guys. So, guys, right now the current time where I am is 2:58 in the morning. Okay, I will be going live at around 7 as well. So you're gonna get two sessions today on YouTube. All right. So I'm pumped. Hope you are too, guys. First thing, guys, in the description box. Okay, just keep in mind, one, we're not financial advisors. We're providing free technical and fundamental analysis. Any trades taken obviously are upon you. And if you're not too sure about how to do this, make sure you consult with a financial advisor. All right. So, guys, with that being said, let's get down to business. Okay, this is gold on the daily. All right, and as you can see, when we were trading New York yesterday, made a nice little push. Okay, it's found some nice little bottom at 1721.21, roughly the bottom of these two wicks. Okay, and it's pushed up. All right, yesterday, October 4th, this is what we were trading market open. Okay, it had a nice little push. Gold had a huge breakout. Now they're starting to do a nice little retracement, a little bit of a pullback here. It's ironic how the bodies are these two current candles, on the 4th, and then the current candle today is getting rejected, very similar to the actual rejection at this previous very bearish candle on September 23rd. Okay, so as you can tell, guys and girls, here what we're looking at is lower high, lower low. Okay, lower high, lower low. We're now making almost maybe another high. Let's see if we can make potentially another lower low, or if we've actually found the break point, which is going to hold nice support around, you know what I mean, 1750 area, and we'll see if then we're going to hold true and start walking our way back up for gold. If not, it's going to have to start looking to break that 1753, 1752 area, which we've been trading quite frequently the last couple sessions. And once it starts to break either above and holds support, it'll walk its way up. Once it breaks below, guys, it can start to come down and test these wicks, 1748, 1744, 45, 46 area. All right, so but right now we're currently trading at 1757.3. All right, so guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do a top down starting from the daily. All right, you can see that at the bottom we have a nice little area. If you guys are still with me and you guys are good to go, you know, what kind of area is this that we're working with right here? If you guys know the answer, just put it in the chat box and let us know. Okay, guys, what kind of zone is this green rectangle area? Okay, exactly it. We have some people starting to put in the chat box now. Exactly. Okay, this is on the daily. All right, so we have a daily demand zone starting to walk its way back up. Okay, and guys, I'm just showing you this for the people who are starting to learn about this. All right, so every time they come in this area, they hold true support and they start to walk its way back up. You can see simultaneously did this as well. Support, demand zone, very similar. Okay, well, not very similar, but we can break down that more a little more in depth when we start to break down these next few candles here. Okay, so basically what we're looking at is getting heavy rejection here. All right, I'm going to change this for the guys who are, guys, this is London, so I might not have my normals on here, my regulars. Guys, higher time frame from basically daily all the way down to hourly. I'm going to use a white horizontal ray. Okay, all right, so you can see we're getting key resistance right up here at 1770 mark. You can see right on the dot. Okay, and now we're getting rejection. We're now trading at that 1756.1, 1756.5 mark. We can start to look to fill these arrows here, or if it's going to hold true support, we'll start walking our way up. Okay, so when we start to zoom in a bit more, you'll start to notice that we can look at grabbing the bottom of these wicks right here to try to hold true support in this area. Okay, 1749, 1750 area. Okay, guys, and like I said, 3 is going to happen. You're going to have some start to see some more market, like I said, volatility. Okay, so we're going to let the first maybe 15-10 minutes kind of relax, and then we're going to look at maybe doing some charting on US 30 as well. Okay, Okay, so from the daily, guys, I'm going to retrace all the way down to the 4-hour. Okay, and then we can work within these types of areas right here. So you can see how price pushed, okay, on gold, and it's holding nice support right at that 1750 mark. Key resistance, all right, 1770.28. Okay, if we go 1770, this is what it looks like right there. Okay, right at the top there, two rejection candles, and now we're working within this zone here on the 4-hour. Okay, so this is what gold is looking like. All right, it's continuing to sell off. It's around 1756 currently. All right, so you can see they tried to push it through 1765.26. All right, you can see they pushed, and now they're starting to sell off yet again. So look, guys, if price is going to start to continue to drop, look for it to get to around 1751, 1750 area. Okay. All right, and anything below here, what I'm looking for is breaking of support 1750, and then we can start to walk down. We'll look at maybe getting some hourly support here. So from the 4-hour, then we're going to drop it now down to the hourly. Okay, you can see now that we're starting to clean up these areas here, starting to find nice support. Me personally, what I would do is probably 1749.10. Okay, I'd still keep my 1750 mark. Okay, so look at this nice little retracement sell-off, guys, we have here. Okay, in the last, since 12, 1, 2, 3, we're currently now on the hourly approaching the 200-day. This is 200 EMA. All right, 200 EMA. So keep this in mind that when it puts it around this area, it can kind of have some consolidation. You can see what's happened previously, before they made a nice little push, and then the second time around the same area had that huge bullish engulfing candlestick right at 10 a.m. Okay, so now, like I said, full retracement, starting to hover back around the same area as once previous push. All right, so guys, there's 54, since this hourly candle just opened, there's about 55 minutes left until this closes. All right, so what we're looking to do now is to gather key areas of support and resistance on the lower time frames, which would be the, like I said, start breaking down into 30. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do an extension of where we currently are. Okay, it's around 1755 of roughly the EMA. And what I'm going to do is then from the hourly, I'm going to drop it down now to the 30-minute. Okay, so you can see now that it's starting to be a little more, I guess you could say, obvious in terms of where the key rejection points are. So we're working within 1770.25 and 1750, so roughly $20, okay, from key rejection, okay, to holding key support. But now we also have the 200 coming into play, so this can act as nice support or resistance levels. Okay, so you can see that we tried to make a push above 1760 with this top wick here, nice little pullback, and then they started to continue to sell it off. All right, in previous structure, price at 1760.5 was just right around this area right here. So it had a nice little push, rejection, tried to push. So they've been hovering it around that area, making nice pushes and pulls quite frequently. Okay, 1760. All right, you can see. All right, so now we're kind of consolidated even more, and we trapped it. Okay, so 1760 roughly down to 1755. Okay, and you can see now we'll start to clean that up as soon as we get on the lower time frames, guys. If when we get below the 30 minutes, okay, or the hourly, basically what I like to do is I'm going to change this style. All right, I'm going to change the color to baby blue. All right, guys, yeah, we can look at maybe trading German 30 once we get a couple things started. We're gonna go for a couple hours here, and then I'm gonna continue in New York. Okay, but you guys would you guys rather trade maybe German 30 or US 30? Let me know. Okay, let me know in the chat box. All right, so we still have roughly 22 minutes and 25 seconds on the 30-minute. All right, so basically what I'm looking to do is starting to gather these bottom wicks right here. I'm going to get the low 1747.77, roughly 75 area. Okay, US 30 either. Okay, guys, let me know if there's more people commenting. Like I said, we'll look at doing that. I have no issues. I trade US 32. It's not too bad. It's actually one of my favorite indices to trade, as we normally do. You can tell. So you can see now we can tighten it up. Roughly 1755.25. Okay, right at the bottom of that previous rejection wick. Now, guys, on gold, you can see that they broke it below the 200, kind of hovered it around, and now they're continuing down. Okay. US 30. Okay, we got a lot of US 30 levels here. Okay, perfect, guys. Okay. Okay, so we have 5-minute continuation, guys. This will look when we drop. Sorry, this is 15-minute. When we drop it down to 5, you'll see this will be one of our TPs if it's going to continue bearish here. All right. So from the 5-minute now, we're looking at dropping it down to the 15. Okay. So remember, guys, the higher time frame is basically this white pearl lines. All right. So just keep in mind that these key areas on the right, guys, if you're not familiar with kind of how how we normally do it here, okay, just keep a look on the right, and then you can basically see what the key areas of support and resistance are. All right, I'm just tightening some things up just to make them a little more clean. All right, especially when we look at starting to maybe potentially take some trades or look for some entries. Okay. Okay. So this is gold now on the 5-minute, guys. I'm just looking at the overall picture. You can see from market open yesterday, like I said, this is when we were trading at 9. All right, you can see it sunk off and then it pushed all the way up, guys. Okay, if you watched the video yesterday, you can see that we had a nice little buy entry right before the 200 and it pushed right through. Okay, but now we've made, like I said, almost a full retracement, currently back to the initial entry where it had that huge bullish breakout. Okay, so now we're currently hovering back around that area. Okay, you can see tightening everything up, we looking like we have good support, roughly 1754 mark. Okay, and then if we start to break, guys, we're gonna have a nice little support area forming at where this area once rejected, this area right here, which is forming like a double bottom, looking like a little bit of a neckline break here. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Okay, push here. Okay, you can see the neckline right there. Once the buyers found a huge control, they started to push it all the way up. Okay, made a high, then they retraced, confirmed retest, and then they had a confirmation. Okay, so what I'm looking for is gathering key support roughly at that neckline break, 1752 mark. Remember how I was telling you that 1752 right before was kind of a key area that we were trading even yesterday? You can see it's right across that neckline. Right across previous rejection. Okay. Okay, so now, guys, what we're looking at doing, we have our key areas right here. Okay, key resistance 1757 from these previous 2 wicks right here. So what I mean by that is it sold off. Okay, found good support, now they're trying to walk its way up, but look, it was rejected yet again. Okay, these indecision candles that are starting to form, we dive in right here. All right, a little bit of spinning top, now they're finding good support. Okay, so look at this area right currently that we're in. Okay, you can see the price is starting to get some bottom wick. Okay, so to what we're looking at doing is if price is going to continue in the bearish momentum, all right, one of two things can happen. It can start to pull back. Okay, and we'll see if we're going to start testing this area roughly 1757, start walking its way up. If not, it's going to start to break. Okay, we have a retest, and then you can have a confirmation for the downward movement. Okay, and we're looking at trading in roughly then 1753 area. Okay, so we just got to wait and see how these couple candles, it's 312. Okay, I want to see what the 315 candle is going to look like. Okay, and then we'll look at basically breaking down US 30. All right, So, but before we do that, we got to make sure, obviously, we chart our resistance area, okay, at roughly 1757 mark, okay, 0.6. Okay, so we're working within this area right now. You can see because of rejection, and then you have support, roughly maybe a 25 pip area, okay. So you can see if it starts to break, guys, it's going to start to break down to maybe 1754. I want to see how like I said, that first 15-minute candle closes. It's still only 3:13, so there's still 2 minutes, guys. Roughly a minute and 39 seconds to be exact. Okay, if you're still new, guys, basically we chart on TradingView, and like I said, I have my phone right here. All right, so basically I'm keeping track of spreads, commissions, and everything through there, and just watching. Okay, so they don't have a timer on MT4, so this is why TradingView is so nice that you can see when these candles actually close. Okay. Abraham, nice brother, good scalp, man. 15 pips is huge, guys, on gold. Okay, trust me, that's a dollar. It's $1.15. All right, so look, you can start to see now that in previous structure, in this area right over here, nice big bottom wick, and then the buyers took control. Okay, you can see also that the sellers came in this area, so we need to just, like I said, wait patiently until these next candles start to close. All right, so there's about 30 seconds left. Let's see what the next one's going to look like. You can see they're starting to find good support, so they might at some point maybe make a nice little bounce here, have a continuation, maybe a little bit of a pullback retracement, and then see if they're going to start to sell off. If it's going to continue in a bullish manner, guys, we're going to start to test that 1759 mark. Okay, which is this is two bar rejections right here. Okay, rejection, 2 bars, bearish engulfing, and then rejection as well. Okay, and then another bearish engulfing candlestick. So here we go, guys, in 5 seconds. New candles opening. What we're looking for is key breaks above this area right here. Okay, so like I said, something like this. I'm not going to use a 20 pip stop loss. Like I said, I like to use maybe 10-15 pips. Okay, we'll see if that's going to be the case if it's terms of breakout. That area currently is 1757.68. all right, so what I'm looking for is just maybe like a double bottom, finding key support, and then we'll walk our way up here. All right, if it gets rejected, so remember that previous structure that we drew, previous pathway, and start to walk its way up here. It comes up, retest, we have a confirmation. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, but it's got to break above 1757. Once it does that, okay, let me explain this a little bit better so you can see. Break above, all right, it's got to retest, and then it can have a confirmation to walking its current way. All right, if it starts to get rejected at 17, this area right here, what it's going to look like is boom, come in this area right here. All right, and then you're going to start to sell off and start to test this area again, and then if it starts to fall, like I said, we can start to walk our way down in this current area right here. All right, all right, so 3 minutes and 40 seconds for this current candle here, and then we're going to look at charting US 30, guys. Okay, guys, in terms of big returns, I believe in small increments adding up over a period of time. You know what I mean? I think over leveraging can have a huge impact on the account, obviously in a positive or negative way. I'd rather not having huge increments. I would rather have slow and steady gains over a period of time, just because it involves less risk management. You know what I mean? That's just me though. Every trader is different, right? Every trader is absolutely different. Okay, guys, gold is looking like it's starting to go a little bit bullish right here. Same with US 30. Actually, US 30 is popping out. Okay, you can see US 30 is making a nice little move to the upside, guys. Okay, key areas right here. Look at US 30 starting to break up, guys. All right, we have key resistance right here. Once she starts popping off above there, this thing should be gone. Okay guys, I'm not sure about everyone's charts, but if you can see, they had that huge gap down, so they might be fully retracing now. All right, next key target area, all right, would be roughly 34,101. Okay, we didn't really do a top down yet on US 30, but it's very similar in terms of running in a bullish movement than gold. Okay, so we'll wait and see what's going on with US 30 here. We'll do a top down in about 2 minutes. Okay, we'll leave gold. You can see gold is starting to make a nice little bullish push here. Okay, nice little bullish push on gold. So guys, key take profit is roughly in this area right here. So remember, if you're coming there, make sure you're looking at securing some partials. All right, let it have a nice little break to the upside here. Okay, starting to walk up now, guys. This is turning into 10 pips. Okay, the full breakout right there, looking at maybe 17-20 pips. Okay guys, so make sure now, if you're in this trade, okay, 1757.68 was the potential entry area. All right, US 30 guys is having a little bit of a pullback here. I'm watching on my my phone. Okay, so we'll check that out in 2 seconds here. Okay, look at gold, guys, breaking out. Okay, look at gold, guys, huge breakout here. Okay, so remember I was mentioning, look at taking profits. Okay, might have some rejection here coming up. Okay, so it hit our TP, right? Roughly maybe 15 pips depending on your spread. So it ended up following this pathway right here. Okay, now you're getting some rejection. Keep this in mind. All right. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. So you should be moving your stop loss to break even. This should be a risk-free trade. Okay. Okay, guys. So now if we're looking for continuation, all right, you can see this was the original pathway that we have. All right. So I know I didn't have the green on there before, but now, guys, I just don't want this blocking the next potential trade area. Okay, so there's a nice little breakout there, guys. Well, a couple things can start to happen now. All right, it can find some support. Okay, see how it's getting now pushed down. So it made a nice little push. All right, now you have an open new candle starting to sell it off. It's possibly going to come back down and retest the initial breakout. All right, if that's the case, one or two things can happen. It can start to bounce. Okay, may not make it all the way down there. Okay, for example, it might only make it to roughly right around this area. All right, and have a continuation. If not, if she starts to break below here, okay, you can start to use a very similar pathway to this. You can start to break down, okay, looking for a retest, and then you have your continuation to the bearish downside. Okay, but guys, remember what I was telling you. Look to secure some pips. We're not going for like 200, 100 pips here. 10 to 15, 20 pips is good. Trust me when I say that. Okay, we'll look at multiple entries, but as you can see, 1759.36 is heavy resistance area. Okay, so we made 15, 17 pips, and now we're looking at maybe the next move. Okay, so guys, remember your stop loss is at break even. Okay, if you still want to let this thing a little bit to slide a little bit, like I said, have your stop loss maybe 10 pips. Okay, but make sure you understand that having a tight stop loss is very important, but also moving your stop loss to break even is important. All right, so it's totally up to you what you like to do, but I was just showing you two opportunities for having your stop loss set to break even or having it kind of ranging. But if it starts to really go bullish, guys, we're going to start to walk up here, and we can start to walk our way up to these potential TPs. Okay, but remember, I want you to keep in mind something. If we go back on the daily or even the 4-hour, all right, I know that the price flags are on there, so I do apologize with that. But look, Okay, it's still heavy selling pressure. Now they're finding good support. If it starts to fall, guys, it's just going to fill this wick currently. If it starts to really find good support like it's currently doing, it's going to start to push up and, like I said, start to get into these wicks right here. This on the 4-hour. Maybe it'll look a little bit better for you on the hourly so you can see. All right, remember how we're bouncing off that 200-day. All right, coming down, selling pressure, similar to the previous movement of that bullish. Okay, this previous candlestick, we're coming to that area yet again. Okay, so that's why I was looking for maybe a bounce buy. I was looking for this, remembering on the hourly. All right, but I'm still keeping in mind, guys, that there is still a lot of selling pressure here. Remember this. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, you're getting that next bearish candle opening up on the 5-minute. It's still in bearish territory here. Okay, so guys, we know gold has potential to continue walking its way up. All right, if it starts to break below here, I'm going to start to look based on that point. But I'm going to look at going to US 30. Okay, I wanted to kind of show you that we're getting some rejection, some push here. Okay, so I want to go from a top down as well. I don't want to freestyle it, guys. A lot of issues happen when you think you do your charting right on, say, just a 5-minute, and then it doesn't end up working like that. Okay, so I've learned my lessons in terms of making those types of mistakes, and we got to make sure that we do everything from top down always when you're trading. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind, guys, this is the folders that are starting to come out. Okay, so we don't really have any US in the morning. All right, we have some euro coming at 345, and then 350 we have more euro news. Okay, basically 345 to 355 is euro, 4 o'clock, but there's no real major red folder news until when we're trading at 10, guys. So keep this in mind. We're going to be doing live New York as well. Okay, I'll be getting up. I'll probably going back to bed for a little bit, and then I'll be getting up again trying to ride it out. Okay, so US 30, all right, is similar, guys and girls. You can see that every time they come down to this area right here, they're starting to get nice push to the upside. All right, so it's very important to keep this in mind, that we are in a key maybe demand area on the daily on US 30. It can still break down, guys, for sure. This is still in heavy selling pressure here. Look at that bearish engulfing candlestick, another bearish, huge bearish candlestick on the daily retracement, and then they sold off again. So you can see that there's a lot of selling pressure here, but they're starting to hold and find good support. Okay, all right, so let's see if we're going to get some resistance here. All right, so remember what I was telling you before, white is my higher time frame. All right, and then we'll drop it down. Okay, guys, there is a red folder at 10 a.m. okay, for USD news. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Anything below here, okay, and then we can start to walk our way down if we start to get below these areas. Okay, so from the daily down to the 4-hour now, and guys, you can start to see the US 30, right, made nice little resistance area at 33,638. Okay, all right, see, price tried to push down, again, and then you had that bullish engulfing candle. It's like, wow, that's a trap and gap right there, guys. Comes down, trap that area, start to walk its way up. Okay, I haven't even used an RSI or anything yet. I'm just kind of doing, like I said, everything with an EMA, okay, 200, and basically supply and demand, and support and resistance. But if you want to add on for this one, I don't mind doing this. Okay, a lot of people like using RSI. Okay, it's one of the most commonly used indicators. All right, so you can see that on the 4-hour, US 30 is hovering around 44. Whenever I'm using a US 30, all right, I always like to throw a 50 line on there. Okay, just act as 50% at below and high. All right, it's very important. Okay, guys, look at see how we're bouncing around in 4-hour. Gold is going up, guys. Give me a second here. I'll go back and I'll check this out. Guys, look at gold. Okay, so gold just hit actually all our TPs and we're starting to walk. Okay, if it starts to break up here, guys, next area is looking at 1761. We're gonna have a little bit of resistance. Okay, a little bit of resistance at this area. Okay, give me a sec. Previous wick. Let me change this to blue so you guys are not getting confused. All right, I don't want to miss this, guys, for you guys. All right, thanks for letting me know. US30 is a boomer index. It is, man. Trading gun. You're right, dude. You like SP 500? Thursday, maybe we can do that. I don't have that up on here right now, but we'll chart US30 for this one. If we don't get a push, like I said, I'll make the adjustment for next session. Okay. That's a good point, though. I know we've been a lot of people would ask about the SP 500. So thanks for mentioning. It's good to hear from not only our group also, but from people who are just trading live with us. All right. Look at gold, guys. Getting a nice little continuation here. There's about 55 seconds left. I just wanted to see how this current candle is going to close. Okay, so they're getting a little bit of push down below 1760 area. Okay, so you can see this, guys. So make sure you're understanding, okay, that you can start to scale out some partials. Okay, so say you're using a standard right now. All right, you can scale out 0.5, which is 50%, or 0.75, which is roughly 75%. Okay. Okay, 12 seconds left here. Okay, guys, I'll show you the group in a second. We do have an actual like mentorship group that's like pretty it's booming off, I'll be honest with you. Okay, guys, at the last second though, you can see that they pushed it below that 1760 mark. Okay, so we got to keep that in mind. Gold can still go bullish here, but you can see the candles are starting to get a little bit indecision. There's a little bit of selling pressure coming in, so we got to keep in mind that 1760 is a key area, guys. A very key area. Okay. Okay. 4 minutes here. They're holding resistance below 1760. Now we're starting to break out, guys. Looking good. Okay, you can see some resistance here. Okay, so they're, yeah, 3 minutes 55 seconds. I want to see it till 2:30, then we'll go back to US30. Okay. See, okay, so this is why I'm telling you guys a little bit of push. So remember, think of this like a sprinter. Okay, you know what I mean? Like people who are running the 100-meter dash and stuff like that, or even kind of like sports people, rugby players, sports. When you get a nice little push, a lot of running pressure. Okay, you you get tired, you let up a bit, right? So now we're starting to get resistance here. So 1760 is key resistance. The sellers are starting to take control. The buyers have let up. Okay, so looked at securing some of your partials, guys. Like I said, now they're starting to find 1759 mark, good support, but you got to expect some kind of a retest here. But how far will they push it? That's the key. That's why it's very important for you to start to understand to like scale out, okay, and leave a runner. All right, Ramton, what's going on, big guy? What's going on? Okay, this is under the 230 now. Okay, so we should wait and see. Okay, you see how they're holding now, selling pressures for real. This is what I was telling you guys. Look to start to secure some partials here. We'll see if it's going to find some support in this area and starting to walk its way up. Okay. Okay, so keep this in mind, guys. This is why your stop loss to break even. You're starting to move it into partials. Okay, you can see it's starting to retrace a little bit. All right. Okay, so if this continues selling pressure, guys, look for it to at least fill this previous wick right here. Okay. All right. If it's going to start to find some nice support, maybe around 1759. Right around where it is right now. Okay, 1759 is where it's holding, like trying to hold good support. But you can see that if it keeps filling the volume in this candle, it's going to turn into a bearish engulfing candlestick, which will engulf this previous candle and then start to fill this bottom wick. All right. So, but we got to expect some kind of a pullback here, no matter what. This is actually the neckline right here in terms of we caught it, like I spotted this a little bit like a double bottom originally before it broke out, but an overall neckline break you can see coming down here, and this is what you're having. So this is the actual neckline 1759. That's why you're getting some of this push and pull movement right on it. Okay, so we'll wait and see if this is still going to hold good support, all right, before walking its way back up. Okay, if it starts to break below here, like I was mentioning too, then you start to look at exiting the trade. But if it holds true, then we can wait and we can watch this trade actually come to fruition. Okay. All right. Let's go back to US 30 here. Let me check the channel for 1 second, guys. Guys, it is currently 3:30 in the morning. Okay. What is sleep though, guys? You know what I mean? The channel is growing so fast. Why would we give up on everybody? You know what I mean? So we got to give them all sessions. All right, so guys, back to US 30 daily. I think we were on the hourly on the US 30. Okay, so this is on the hourly, guys. I can see where we're getting key resistance here. You can see it yourself. There's not much volume, not much liquidity being pumped. It's still early. Okay, what we'll look to do is maybe look at 30-minute. You can see, guys, I'm not sure if yours area shows this. This is a Wanda chart. Okay, so just keep this in mind, that there's potentially a huge gap down there that can be filled. All right, if not, they're going to hold resistance down here and starting to walk to the downside. Okay, breaking through this demand. But you can see, guys, it's very clear, it's clear as day that like I said, there's heavy resistance at 34055. Yes, guys, the yellow line is the 200-day moving average. Okay, exponential. All right. Okay, I didn't think so, guys. So just keep this in mind. It just might be the current chart that we're working with. All right, as soon as we get down to the 5, it'll look a little different. So, but guys, what I'm seeing here is potentially maybe like an inverted head and shoulder starting to form. Okay, if just bear with me here, shoulder here, head, we have a shoulder. So if price holds around this area, it starts to walk its way back up. We'll wait and see. Okay. Okay, 23 minutes left. All right, let's drop it from now the 30 down to the 15. I'll finish charting US 30, then we can walk and we can move our way. All right. Okay, give me 1 second here. Guys, I'll get your questions in 2 seconds. I just want to make sure I get a couple charted for you. You know what I mean? Then we can take a look at German 30 maybe. Do you guys like German 30? Okay, and now we're looking at dropping down to the 5-minute. Okay. Remember, guys, this area right here, daily demand. Okay, daily demand zone. So anywhere in this area, we know there's buyers accumulating on the daily. All right, it's very important to remember this. Everyone likes, okay, German 30, okay, for real. I had a feeling, like I said, I put it in the group chat. If US 30 doesn't have nice movements here, like I said, we might just go over, look to chart the US 30, okay? Let's check out where we are in terms of maybe the RSI. Okay, right at the 50 mark here, okay? It's no lie. Okay, so we're looking at maybe holding true support here and then starting to walk its way up. All right. have a nice little 5-minute uptrend forming here. I'll go to gold in 2 seconds, guys. I think gold is pumping up. All right, you can see it's starting to form a nice little continued 5-minute uptrend. All right, we're going to see if it's going to hold true. Zoomed in, get rid of RSI here, starting to walk its way up here. All right, so we'll wait and see what's going to happen with US 30. It's heavy rejection there, but I still believe it can go bullish. Okay, look at gold, guys. All right, remember I was telling you it's still holding true that neckline, okay, and it started to walk its way up. It actually made all the way up to 1760.95, okay, and you're getting a little bit of push to the downside now. But look, this was the current rejection, okay, and if you use my crosshair, guys, I'm using the top of this wick right here, okay, so you can see around 1760.51. all right, so this was the high in terms of wicks, but now retraced, nice little pullback here, and now this current candle wick broke above this, so it's starting to make higher high, higher low, higher high. We're going to see if it's starting to make a higher low, and we can continue all the way up to 1761.46. okay, no index is moving. We might just focus on gold again if that's the true case, guys. Let's look at shit, German 30 looking good, guys. Shit. Okay, we missed it, but there's a German 30, a little bit of a sell-off here. Okay. Let me check out US 30 here for 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, guys, so focus on US 30. We'll leave German 30 alone just because we're going to go for only 2 hours. I'm going to do New York too. All right. Okay, so US 30 is not much movement, guys, around the 200. You can see it for yourself, right? There's no point in really trading something like this. All right, especially if it's indecisive. It's just going to head fake us out. That's the ultimate case. All right, but if it's going to be in selling pressure, like I think in terms of where it is right now, like I said, it's below the 200. Let's see if they'll come up and retest it before we starting to, like I said, getting that selling pressure here. Okay, but it's definitely something that this doesn't look appealing to me currently. Okay, even this 5-minute uptrend, like I said, is starting to get broken, and now they're breaking through. They're retesting that overall trend, and we'll see if they're going to walk up or walk down. Okay, but I'm gonna watch this right here. Personally, I know that if this thing drops below here and continues off this candle, you can see it's going to start to walk and continue down in the demands area. Okay, if it starts to hold true to roughly 33,982, okay, it's got to break above the 200 here. Okay, and what this looks like is a push, okay, hold in this area right here, and then we're going to start walking our way up. Okay, but I'm looking at the continuation above the 200 here that would push it above this and hold true to this 5-minute uptrend. But like I said, similar to the German 30, I think it could maybe start to fall just a little bit. All right, at least in this daily demand zone. Okay, so I might even look at doing a sell right here. Okay, I want to see something here for 2 seconds. Okay, roughly 30 pips. I'd probably do a 20 pip stop loss here. Okay, maybe, and just see if it's going to get down to the daily demand area. All right, I'm not looking at doing just yet. I want to see if it's going to start to break, but this is what it's going to look like if it starts to get into that selling opportunity here. Okay, it's going to start to sell into this demand. Okay, and then obviously we have the 5-minute current uptrend right there. All right, so let's check out gold here. Okay, guys, so gold continued a nice little push. Okay, all the way up to 1760, almost 1761. Okay, roughly 1761. All right, now it's starting to retrace again. We're going to see how far it's going to fall, see if it's going to hold true to it or not. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes left here. Heavy selling pressure, guys. Keep this in mind. So if you're in this trade, guys, this trade is actually running from where we looked at getting an entry down here, looking at maybe 22 pips. Okay, that makes sense. This is the entry right down here, 1757.68. If your stop loss is still available for you, like I said, make sure you're moving it to break even. Okay, it protects you from doing in trades like this. But in terms of the overall trade, if you got in around this area, okay, he roughly ran almost 30 plus pips. Okay, and guys, in terms of holding trades, like I said, you just need to be aware that if you enter in a trade and it's too high of a lot size and you start to panic and just whenever you go in profit you don't let it run, maybe use a lower lot size, let it start to breathe a little bit, you know, because a lot of people, like I said, they cut their winners too quick and they let their losers run. You know what I mean? You want to try to counterbat, right? So maybe use a smaller lot size on gold, you know, or whatever you're trading, and then maybe use half a lot size. And instead of you panicking and worrying that it's going to retrace and come back to your entry, you can let it breathe without kind of being stressed, right? Because a lot of this stuff is psychological, right? Victoria, I am sleepy, but I got some good rest before we did this call, so it's good. All right, so let's go check out US 30 here. All right, so here's your retest, guys, on the 200. Okay, it's holding good support here. Okay, so it can start to maybe follow this pathway, but if it really starts to sell, guys, like I said, there's a lot of damage that could happen, at least in terms of maybe collecting 10-20 pips. Okay, all the way down to the daily demand will be roughly 50 pips. Okay, let's go back to gold. This is the analysis on gold, guys. It's starting to turn into a bearish engulfing candlestick, so this is something you have to remember. This is a chart reversal pattern. Okay, let's wait and see here. There's still 22 seconds. I want to see how this next candle is going to close. Okay, guys, there's a lot of buyers on gold. You can see that from this bottom wick currently happening. Okay, all right, new candles opening. It's starting to open up. They pushed it above 1760, guys. Remember, these areas don't lie, so this is why it's very important to do top down. Okay, this is a higher time frame support. All right, once was resistance, but now maybe holding true to support. Okay, so we got to wait and see if it's going to start to sell off. See how they flickered it there, guys. They initially started to push bearish and the buyers started to come in. This is interesting. All right, I don't have coffee right now, guys. Coffee's for New York. I want to try to go to bed for a little bit after this. I do have some energy drink though, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, gold is pumping, guys. You can see it's still pushing. Okay, let's check out our US 30. US 30 is starting to break down here, okay? Okay, guys, I entered in a US 30 sell here, okay? We're going to see the volume liquidity. 10 pips is stop loss max, guys. Regardless what I'll do, you'll see this, okay? And guys, make sure to check out our free Telegram channel, all right? It's linked, it's pinned at the top of the chat here, okay? So, okay, we'll come back here. I want to see, let's focus on gold, see what's going on here. I want to see if they're going to push down gold because I know a lot of people are trading gold, okay? Okay, there's still 3 minutes here, okay? So keep this in mind. Okay, guys, let's check out maybe the DXY for 2 seconds. A lot of people they follow the DXY. We haven't even looked at it yet, okay? Which is my bad. All right, guys, this is from yesterday when we were trading, okay? Now you can start to see we're pushing all the way up back around this 94 mark, okay? This has always been charted. I leave it on consistently. I never change pretty much my DXY. It's been on there for, watch, I'll go on 4 hours and you'll see. Let's reset this. All this white markup right here is all previous sessions, okay? So I never change my DXY, all right? All right, so you can see DXY shot down, okay, on the 5 minute, held support above, okay, the 200, and now they're walking the way up, okay. Look for it to, if it's going to hold true, there's resistance here, okay, a lot of bearish pressure, okay. So we're going to see right here if it's going to start to hold resistance and start to walk its way back down, or if it's going to start to pump up to roughly 94 mark again, okay. Okay, so in terms of pathways, what we're looking for is having a boom, okay, and then it starts to retrace. Okay, I'm not going to do this on that big. All right, but if DXY starts to break above here, okay, look for it to come around here, and then 94 is going to be key area, guys, if some starts to break, okay. So let's go back and see what's going on with gold here. Okay, gold is forming a little bit of selling pressure right now, okay. So we still broke above with this previous wick, okay, right above 1761, okay, and now we're getting a nice little retracement here, okay. So I think US 30 is starting to push up. All right, so I entered in a nice little feeler sell, guys. It's currently in the red. All right, and like I said, I usually do a small little entry. Okay, so if you really want to know some tips and tricks, okay, okay, so US 30 is starting to form some good support there, guys. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna see if we're gonna start to follow this pathway. Okay, okay, so right, it's right around psychological 34,000. Okay, so it's starting to pump up. Okay, guys, that's why you use, like I said, first entry for some of these guys, and some people, this is just a tip and trick, okay? First entry, smaller lot, like I mean like small for you, okay? Small, all right? And then, like I said, once it starts to go into profit, you can start to add in on the pullbacks, okay? So US 30 looking like it's starting to form good support here, and then it started to walk its way up. Now it's forming above this 5 minute trend, okay? It's starting to walk up, okay? Let's check out gold again. Okay, there's gold, guys. A little bit of a pullback here. Okay, we're going to start now testing this again, this neckline. So remember, guys, keep this in mind. If you're in this gold trade from down here, you're about to maybe eat up your profits. Okay, we're going to see if we're going to get a nice little bounce off this. Okay, so push, retest, and we're going to see if we're going to get a continuation here. Okay. So what we're looking to do is either come here and it bounces. Okay, there you go, guys. There's a sell-off right there. Okay, that's what I was telling you before. Make sure you understand that this volume is getting a little low. Okay, selling off. All right. So this pathway yet has not come true. Remember, there's still 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. Buyers can still end up pushing this above. Okay, so just hold true, be patient. We'll wait and see. Okay, let's check out what's going on with US 30 here. Okay, so you can see, guys, they try to push out, maybe a little head fake, and now they sold off yet again. Remember how I told you around the 200 they do a little bit of head faking? All right, so you can start to see this is starting to come true even live. Okay, but again, I think they're still holding that nice little 5 minute uptrend. All right, guys, Telegram channel is pinned at the top of the group chat. Okay, so you can check that out there. Guys, if you don't mind, I know maybe some people are new to the channel. There's gold, guys. Okay, huge sell off on gold. Okay, really start to broke down. So keep this in mind when you're in this trade, guys. Like the overall entry, you would have been knocked out. Okay, so well, not knocked out in terms of, like I said, the overall, but where we had the key break before you had to get out, it's really starting to fall down. Okay, all right. So like I said, when we started to come in before, it could find good support here, and then like I said, we'll start to make our next little move. But I want to see how this candle is going to close, and then I want to see how the next one's going to open. I want to see where they're going to keep support. Okay, they could start selling this off initially and start to get it down to initial entry, but I just want to see that if this candle starts to close right where the next one's going to open, and if we're going to have a continuation or a push. Okay, because this is heavy selling pressure starting to come in on night previous buying pressure. Okay, so yeah, no problem, no problem. You want to grow a beard like me, man? Hey, don't worry. It can happen. Just take some time. All right, guys. So if gold does, remember, gold overall has been bearish. Okay, if you're still new and you're just signing on the chat or the channel, we did a top down, and gold is actually, like I said, having a nice little lower highs, lower low movement. Okay, I'm in a US 30 trade right now. Yes. Okay, bro trader, thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, 1 minute left now. Okay, guys, look at this now. See how they're starting to find maybe good support right here? Okay, remember in this previous consolidation, see, so they pushed, pulled, found support here. It's a big wick. Okay, guys, so just keep in mind this could be a nice little liquidity grab, and they start to flip this and go bullish here. Okay, just keep this in mind. It's 3:54 leading into 4 in the morning. Okay, I use beard oil for real, shampoo, conditioner, and beard oil, my man. What'd you say? Channing Dem. Uh, Why is the filming for this live session not stable? I think it's pretty stable. We don't have, like I said, there's a little bit of a lag, but not too much. But other than that, we haven't had really any complaints. If there's a really big issue, send us a message on Instagram and tell us what you find or what you're seeing on your screen. You know what I mean? Give us some feedback, okay? So guys, new candle starting to open. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Okay, because I wanted to find some support. Okay, so now, guys, what we're looking for, if this is going to happen, it's got to break. Let me erase that pathway. All right, so gonna break here. Okay, gonna have a continuation to the upside if it goes bullish, guys. If it's getting rejected here, it's gonna start to sell off. Okay, fill this wick, and then it's gonna make its next move either to the upside, okay, or to the downside. All right, which would look like starting to sell. Okay, and have a continuation, but they're starting to find good support, guys. You see how they pushed it above almost 1759.3. Okay, very important to remember that there's a lot of buyers still in this area. Okay, a lot of buyers. All right, so you can see I'm just, maybe the green will show a little bit better. Made it low, and now the buyers started to push it back up above 1759.36, which is that overall neckline. Okay, so there's about 3 minutes and 51 seconds left. Let's wait and see what's going to happen here. Okay, okay, so what's going on with US 30 here? Look at US 30, guys, starting to potentially get rejected at the 200 and starting to sell. Okay, my man, we do New York. Okay, we do New York between 8 in the morning and 10, 8 and 10 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, you can check out our previous sessions, guys. Okay, Remington, if it's 10 pips, maybe just leave US 30 alone for now. Okay. Okay, so still not willing to break below there just yet. Okay, we'll wait and see what's going to happen. They're finding good support, but let's see. Okay, this is US 30, guys. Okay, gold is still at that area, 1759.3. Absolutely. Okay, gold could be pushing up high. We can make a low here, and then it could start to bounce up. That's what I'm looking for, guys. If gold is still going to hold true support here, like I said, it can start walking its way up. It's happened many times. Okay, please entry point for US 30. I thought I made it pretty, you know what I mean, pretty clear that if it starts to break, oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, good call. But there we go. That's what I'm looking at getting in. I'm in at 33978.4. Okay, in terms of a sell. All right, a smaller lot. Okay, so keep this in mind, guys. First entry, like I said, this is a tip for you. First entry, smaller lot. Second entry, you can do a little bit of bigger lot. Okay. And like I said, this pathway, if it starts to push, guys, this is the way it's going to go bullish. All right, but let's just wait and see. We got to wait. There's heavy support here, guys. It's very obvious. Okay, if you understand support, okay, selling pressure. Look at all these bottom wicks. Okay, price has not broke below 33983. Okay. Okay, guys. US 30 starting to dump. Let's see. Yeah, guys, there is a little bit of difference between your trading view and the and your MT4. Okay, a little bit of difference, but even when you're trading live on TradingView, guys, it's the same kind of similarity difference. So just keep in mind it's a little bit different, not too much, but the entry points, like I said, when I'm trading normally really have no issues, and a lot of guys in New York and others don't really have issues. So there we go, guys. There's your sell starting to. Okay, guys. So there you go. Look at the webcam. There you go. Okay, I'm in blue. All right. Okay, writing this down, guys. Okay, you know we're coming to a key demand area. So let's wait and see now. All right. Let's check out what gold's doing. Look at gold, guys, still potentially selling off here, okay? Holding below now 1759. This area, look at this. They closed it, candle. These guys crazy, eh? They closed it right on that 1759.3 area. Right on that 17. Then they broke below, and now we're starting to potentially walk our way up. Or sorry, walk our way down. But there's still a lot of bottom wicks, all right? Hopefully that makes sense to you, so keep this in mind. The gold could be forming some kind of support here, all right? Yeah, guys, a lot of people, Bambi, a lot of people, they do have the same problem where they're holding their trade forever, or sorry, they take profit too soon, and they, like I said, they let their losers run. Just got to practice your trading, man, for real. You just got to practice your trading, and what I mean by that is still stay consistent within it. Okay, so like practice. It's like a basketball, like a free throw. Okay, when you go up to that line, you know what I mean. You're not going to change your routine every single time. You got to start practicing key daily routines, like top-down analysis, for example, and then other amenities to try to help you with, being profitable in terms of your own mindset. It doesn't have to be like money; it could be collecting pips. You know what I mean? So just keep in mind that. All right. Okay, so look at gold. It's starting to form some nice little pushes here. All right, guys. There's a lot of people who have that problem. You know what I mean? They get in profit and they close too quick, and then you see it run 100 pips. Okay, so keep this in mind. US 30. It didn't hit my stop loss, guys. I'm still waiting. Like I said, this would have ran. I'm still in this trade, guys. Okay, so it did break even right here as 33961. Okay, and now they started to find some bullish pressure here. All right. So, guys, like I said, this is the entry. Your stop loss could have been, like I said, 10, 15 pips, depending on what you like to do. But scalping, guys, if you look, all right, trade roughly, man, 23 pips, and now you're having an initial bullish engulfing candlestick. So guys, scalping, like I said, impulse candles, if you're not too familiar with what they are, because that was very much almost considered an impulse candle when it dumped, okay, just head to our blog section. I'll go over this in 2 seconds here. All right, I'm gonna drop it down. Okay, you can check out one of our blogs called Impulse Candles and why. What are they? Okay, what are impulse candlesticks? All right, if you guys really want to check it out, all right, just click on there, www.stocksnipertrading.com, blog section, impulse and candle breakouts. Okay, I'll send it to the group chat actually for you guys just so you can see, and we'll check out gold for a quick second here. Okay. Okay, so gold is still hovering, guys. A little bit of a cool off. It's 4 in the morning. Okay, we're gonna wait till we get our next picks. The next hourly candle just opened up, so what we'll do, guys, is we'll check our hourlies for you. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna put in the chat here impulse candlesticks. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what they are, that's totally okay. But just check it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop the link here so you can see. Alain G. Okay, guys, so I want you to just, for a quick second here, look in the group chat. It said Alain G. Okay. Basically, if you understand, guys, 10, 15, 20 pips for scalpers is perfect. That's all you really need. Okay. He entered in all his information's right there. 10 pips with stop loss, 2-to-1 profit, and got out right in the profit. So he roughly made 10 pips, guys. For traders who understand, 10 to 30 pips is really all you need per day. All right. Obviously, I can tell that he understands scalping in and out. Okay, so Alain, good for you, man. That was a huge entry. Congratulations. I'm still actually, I took a little bit of partials on that one too. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen in terms of the next move for US 30. Okay, but that's huge entry, guys, for real. Okay, so we were looking at got my 12 pips on US 30 rhythm. That a girl. Okay, 4 minutes left, guys. Let's check out what the DXY did. You can see, guys. So remember, I followed this pathway here. Okay, so remember we were looking at around this. It was around 350. I think we looked at around maybe 345, 340 area. But you can see it made a nice little high. Okay, rejected at the previous resistance, current resistance, and then it sold off. Okay, so now we'll wait and see, guys, if it's maybe going to form a double bottom here. Okay, and we're just going to quickly tighten this up. Give me a sec. Right, so we'll see if we're going to start to form a double bottom, which is going to be a nice little push to the upside. Okay, or they're going to have a bearish continuation break through this overall 200. Okay. Okay, so US. Oh, guys, look at gold. Guys, when I'm gonna. So let me explain something to you, guys. When gold starts to like sideways trade like this, you want to stay away. Okay, like for real, you don't want to be entering in any kind of gold trades like this. It's something that is very important. Okay, because what'll happen is you'll end up getting trapped in a trade, and then you're gonna either have to ride it out. You're gonna get no sleep, or you're gonna want to close because it's gonna, like I said, just have head fake action crazy. Okay. Okay, so keep in mind, guys, 1759.3 is that key area. Okay, let's look at US 30. Okay, so US 30, guys, remember, like I said, had a nice little 20 pip break, and then the engulfing candlestick came in, shot up. Okay, that's why I said you, in your first entry, you want to use smaller lot sizes first. Okay, and then hammer out your entries, and you guys will learn that as it comes. All right, the reason why, like I said, you do this is simply because it practices proper risk management. And say, like I said, say you hammer maybe like a standard. Okay, and you're selling, and then you think it's going to keep dropping, and it doesn't. It reverses, and it comes and hits stop loss. Okay, if you did a smaller lot size, and I mean like smaller lot size, guys, like for an example, 0. Because this is US 30, right? This is volatile, so keep this in mind. 0.01, you know what I mean? 0.05. Oh, sorry. 0.05, right? Initial entry here, depending on what that might be for you for your broker. And then your higher lot sizes, you know what I mean? They can depend on your broker, but it all depends on broker, okay? Because like 0.05 is a lot different in terms of decimal points than your actual broker itself, okay? So just wanting to keep this in mind, guys, that if you are, like I said, starting to enter in more trades around the 200, like I said, use a smaller lot size. It's not that big of a deal. All right, it's better than risking that than risking an overall size of your account. Okay, so let's look at gold yet again. Okay, so look at gold, guys. It's now actually holding support, and it's starting to walk its way up yet again. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So gold is still retracing, guys. Still having that nice little pullback. Okay. There's 36 seconds left here. Let's see how this is going to close. All right. Okay. Guys, if it holds true here, like I said, look for it at least to maybe start to break. It's got to break 1760 to continue. Okay. Okay, new candles opening here. Okay, so they see how they open it below. Okay, they open it below 1760. So we'll wait and see if they're going to get a nice little continuation here, or if they're actually going to hold true and then start to sell off. Okay. Okay. So you can see there we go. There's that flicker that you want to see. Okay, especially if you're in a gold buy. All right, that's key. Okay, look at this, guys. Okay, so now it's still holding below 1760. Okay, let's check out our DXY, what it's looking like it's doing. Okay, so guys, DXY is really, it's in that area, key area for the break to below the 200. All right, so if it starts to break below here, guys, and it starts to fall, guys, if gold is correlated with, like I said, DXY, then gold could potentially continue to walk its way up. Okay, in terms of US 30, like I said, I think it had a nice little sell-off here, nice little retracement. Okay, boom, now it's starting to walk its way up over that 5-minute uptrend, guys. If you guys were on the call beforehand, remember there was a 5-minute daily uptrend. I did say before, anything breakable here, quick little pullback scalp. All right, and then you start to walk its way up. Notice how it's starting to push right above that 5-minute. Okay, 5-minute. All right. Okay, 2 minutes and 51 seconds left, guys. So if US 30 starts to break above here, right, it could continue like to break the high 30455, which is the top wick right here. So I'll put that down there, and you can start to see this is what it's going to look like overall in the picture. Sideways trading, guys, horrible time to trade it. Okay, for real. Look at this. No volume, no liquidity being pumped. Now you're starting to get a little bit because it's 4. It was 4. Now you're looking at 415. Okay. So let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see what's actually going to happen with this candle. If it's actually going to start to push above, because now it's above 34,000 here. Okay, let's just wait and see here. It could honestly come back up here, get rejected, and sell right back here. Trust me when I say that. It can definitely do that. All right. Okay, there's your German 30. Okay, nice little sell off here. Okay, now it's having a nice little pullback retracement. We'll see if that's going to just be a nice little lower high, lower low. All right. Okay, but haven't really focused on that, but I know people just want to see it just because. Okay, so there's gold. Okay, a lot of people are here for watching gold. So look, nice little push upside. Now they're starting to break through, guys. Okay, that 1759, it's nice. They tried to push it up. Okay, looked enticing. Okay, and then they started to sell off. Okay, so 1760 we know is a key area for these types of trades. Okay, 1760. So moving on in the morning, whenever we're trading, it's going to look very good. Okay, in terms of 1760, 1761 area, we got to keep this in mind. Okay, I don't know, Remington. That's a good question, man. There is a lot of barcoding for sure, so I'm not too sure why this is the case, but there's no real news either. Remember this. Like usually there's news, right? But we haven't had any kind of releases here. All right, nothing. Okay. Okay, so 40 seconds left. Let's see how this is going to close. Okay, guys, gold is actually starting to sell off here, huge. Okay, it's holding key resistance 1760 like we talked about. Now it's selling off. Look for it to get to this bottom wick because that's another bearish engulfing candlestick, guys. So keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. All right. And remember, okay, if you've been with us, some people are signing on right before or they're signing on the call, right? I'm assuming that everyone is signing on at the beginning of the call. So, guys, this should not be a huge, like, you know, like eye opener for you. You can see, guys, gold has been on steady selling pressure since like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Gold was selling. Okay, previous to this nice little retracement here. Okay, that's why gold made a nice little push to the high, and that's why it's going to maybe continue in the selling pressure. So, guys, that's what I mean. Like when you're watching and you're just signing on in terms of like, what are you doing, guys? We did a top down, and I was telling you that overall retracement could happen at the 200, and it did. Okay, and then now you're getting this selling pressure from this continuation hourly. Okay. So hopefully you guys understand that. That's why, like I said, if you're confused to why it's selling off or you know what I mean, why it's doing certain things, always look at higher time frames, guys. Very important. Okay, like for real. But I'm also noticing that they're finding good support right at those bottom wicks, right at 1758, 1759 area. Okay. So we're gonna see now if they're gonna start to break through here or if they're gonna have a continuation. All right. Guys, we actually support, and I'll go over this in 2 seconds. I just want to see here. Guys, this is our group. Okay, maybe give me a chance. I'll do this really quickly so we can get us back to trading. StockSniperTrading.com. Okay, you can check out what we have here. Go to the landing page. Our price has gone up. We have a lot of really cool things coming. We're building an app. There's going to be a simulation thing that we're developing and stuff. So we're having a lot of very cool things happening. But guys, what you get if you want to join, like I said, you can do 4 nights a week on Zoom, okay, with us, a Tokyo session, and then we do 3 weekly webinars, okay, like a Q&A questions and answer period as well. All right, 52 weeks, okay. Educational kind of like program that we created. We've added about another 10, so we'll be launching those as well as every webinar that we do. We record it and we upload it to the website. So it's a lot of trading, a very big trading community so far that's growing daily. All right, and we do give out, guys, in the chat and in the groups trade ideas with, like I said, stop loss, take profits in different areas of pathways that it can go. And like I said, the group chat just bumps. So a lot of interactive traders around the world. It's a really good community that's growing fast. And guys, coming soon, like I said, for our North American guys. All right, like I said, we're doing trading consulting, tax consulting. Guys, if you trade, you need to understand how important this is, because trust me, the tax people will come around soon and collect their money. And if you're left hanging with nothing there, they're going to start coming after the personal money. All right, so just be aware of that. So for North American right now, it'll be coming very soon. Okay, and then obviously you can check out a new blog that we released here, so I'll go over in a second. So this is just the remainder of the web page. But guys, come to the bottom here, you'll notice these are our channels: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and then Telegram. Okay, you can join up with Fusion Markets right here. All right, that's our broker of choice. Guys, on Instagram, we are running a giveaway right now. Okay, for a free, like I said, monthly membership and a free sweater, North American residents only. So make sure to check that out and log in. Okay, guys, gold is continuously starting to break down. All right, so keep this in mind, that they're finding good support. They were holding good support at 1759, but now they broke through and now they're starting to walk their way down. Okay, keep this in mind. All right, but with that being said, guys, like I said, come back here if you want to join the newsletter. Okay, very simple, very easy. Just drop your email. All right, so this is our blog section. This is what we actually send you. This is one of the most recent blogs that we did yesterday. Okay, nice little intro. It broke you down A, B, C, D, E, why we look to take this trade. Okay, and then we break down actual like text, okay, of why we did it. And then obviously this was big man Ronnie's trade. Okay, all post trades, Ron will post trades. We'll use trades for groups from our group, and etc., etc. Okay, but this is our blog section. Make sure to check it out. All right, and guys, memberships. Okay, you can see that obviously I went over kind of the program here, but if you don't have a credit card or whatever it is, we do have a PayPal method. Like I said, you can choose it like this and buy now and you're good to go. And also, guys, we have a one-on-one trading consulting, so if you don't want to join the monthly, you can join us up like this and check it out. Okay, but obviously you can see Fusion Markets is a broker that we approve of choice. All right, so make sure to check them out as well. And guys, pay it forward. That's why we go live YouTube and stuff like that. Guys, this was actually my first London session that I've ever done in terms of YouTube live, so just give me like a day or two, I'll get back in the swing of things. London session trades differently from New York. Okay, so, and even from Tokyo, so you just got to get used to your sessions. Okay, so guys, always make sure to pay it forward. We do this for the people on YouTube who don't want to join the group, and you know what I mean, different things like that. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Let's get back to the charting now. Okay, gold is continuously starting to sell off here. All right, so new candles opening, perfect timing. Okay, we're going to see if we're going to hold support right here, 1758. If not, guys, they're just going to start continuously sinking this down and continue that overall bearish downtrend. Okay, so if gold starts to break here, guys, this thing can really start to sell off. All right, continued all the way down to 1757.68. All right, but remember, when we come here, there's key areas like this neckline will be maybe the overall area that it could start to have some consolidation before it's starting to move up. Okay, guys, you don't join on the website of Zoom. We send all of our Zoom links to our Telegram channels. Okay, so once you join there, you'll be included in that, and then you'll be good to go based on that. Okay, so guys, if gold really does sink here, okay, you know what I mean, 1757.68, if it starts to really fall, this could be an opportunity for selling pressure right here. We'll wait and see. Don't enter in, don't try to hedge, don't try to enter in just yet. We'll wait and see here, guys. At least maybe get back down to the original area of where it once was consolidating, holding a support before. Okay, King Job, buddy, we don't do that here. Okay, for real, if you look, 1757.68. all right, that's the entry that I'm looking for, potentially a gold sell, same area as that it once was an entry for a buy. All right, okay, so 421, guys, no real news. Let's see what's going on with the DXY here. Okay, so this is interesting. See how they broke below 200, made a nice little fall here, and now they're retesting overall support, which is should act as resistance. If not, look for this just to continue to push all the way back up, and then start to get back into trading these wicks areas right here. Okay. Okay, and look at US 30 here, guys. Okay, so US 30 made a nice little high rate up here, getting rejected. Okay, 34055. All right. So it started to follow this pathway, held right above that overall 5-minute uptrend. So guys, when you're drawing your uptrends 5-minute, it actually does hold a lot of weight. Okay, A lot of weight. Okay. Guys, I don't really like this. If you can see the indices that I've been trading here, had a nice little opportunity, came back, hit stop loss for a little bit of people here, okay, and then it's starting to walk. All right, so we'll wait and see what's going to happen if it's going to get rejected here at break. Okay, if that's the case, it could be forming a double top, right? In this case, we could be selling off here. Okay, but I want to wait and see how these next couple candles close here. It still is above that nice little bullish trend 3-bar play right here, so we do have a lot of buyers in the market. Okay. I use both. I use market executions and I also use pending orders. Okay, a pending order is basically like buy stop, sell stop. Okay, so a lot of the times I'll have price at a say sell stop right here, and I use these price flags. Okay, and a lot of people should look to trade like that. Market execution is very difficult because some brokers, like I said, their spread jacks up in certain times. You know what I mean? So it's really important for you guys to understand that what type of broker you're using, and if they like can change their spreads. Right, so commissions are generally the same, but you just want to watch out for spreads. That's why market executions at certain times can be very, very difficult. All right, so this trade, guys, right here ended up running, like I said, it dipped down. We had one guy grab it, maybe 22 pips, and then it reversed, guys, and it would have hit stop loss. Okay, so stop loss, if you want to know the truth where that roughly would have been, almost 10 pips. So let me show you. This is a good trade to review, guys. Roughly 20 pips right there. Okay, so the bottom of this previous wick. All right, so right there, that's what the trade would look like. Okay, we had one guy enter in a 1-to-1, which is a very good risk to reward ratio. Okay, so remember, guys, always 10-20 pips depending, because it gives yourself a nice little room to trade. So drop down almost, like I said, 20 or 30, then retrace, and so it was pretty much like a 1-to-1 equal. Not the best trade to do. Okay, for real, honestly, it didn't plan out the way it was. They found good support, and then it started to walk its way back up. All right, and you could have known this by that overall 5-minute uptrend. Okay, but like I said, we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. US 30 still has an opportunity to start to sell off. Okay, it any pair commodity indice can go either way depending on how market structure holds. Okay, it's up to us to realize and to chart and to try to get into these nice little trades before all this stuff kind of happens. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So let's break down. Let's see what's going on with gold here. Rampton, nice. 1 to 2 on a gold sell. Good for you, buddy. That's huge. Okay, so guys, remember, what come up doesn't always have to come down, but in this case, you had a slow, steady little downtrend here. Okay, starting to sell off. The reason why, like I said, I'm not looking for huge continuations. I'm looking for more of a breakdown here. Is simply because I just don't want to happen what happened on US 30. Okay. Jake, yeah, good point. Absolutely, man. Guys, look at the size of these wicks. Okay. Look at the size of this stuff. Like there's not much volume being pumped. Okay, not much volume being pumped at all. Okay, so look, they're finding good support right around this area right here, 1758.46. Okay, you can see the size of this candle right here. Not too much volume starting to pump up, but look, they're starting to now approach getting a little buying volume liquidity here. So they dipped it down, sold off. Buyers took control, similar to where this area happened. Okay, the reason I'm looking at this kind of sell right down there is because that would fully negate the starting of this bullish candlestick, and it could continue the lower high, lower low, lower high, and we're looking at making potentially lower low here. Okay, okay, so look at now you can see there's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. You can see that maybe selling pressure now is starting to come in true. Okay, Okay, so it's not too much, guys. There's not much volume being pumped in at all. All right, it's really important to remember this is the stuff that you want to stay away from. If you got it to scalp up here, it's nice starting to fall. Okay, but now look for it to the best. The next thing it has to do for continuation is to fill the previous candle wick. Okay, and then start to break around this area to have that continuation. Okay, all right. Let's check with US 30 here, guys. Okay, so US 30 started to get rejected, maybe looking like a double top here. Okay, starting to sell off. All right. Let's wait and see what happens on US 30 here, okay? It's above the 200. Now it's starting to respect that 5-minute uptrend. All right. Okay, guys, so there's a minute and 40 seconds here. Okay, let's see how this next candle is going to close. Trading's 4-hour trend line says it all for gold. Hey, if you don't need any other streamers, let's go. Just ignore myself. Guys, absolutely. Guys, there's trading hour CA. Good point, man. You guys understand higher time frame holds true support. Like you guys, like I said, for some people this is probably the first time you've ever seen me or the channel, right? Guys, trust me, higher time frames hold more support. I completely agree with that statement. All right, a lot of this hourly, like the reason why I look on 15-minute and like I said hourly is because I want to see this next type of how the candles are opening, right? But I also want to see how they're retracing, because when you start to see those high wicks on hourly, okay, that's the gold pushing it up. So that's that bottom wick is starting to rise on the hourly. Okay, and same with now the top wick. The next candle will be starting to be pushed down because of the selling pressure, right? So 1759.59. Okay, so you're using the fibs, yeah, for the open to low. Okay, guys, so 20 seconds left. Let's wait and see here what's going on. Okay. Okay, gold is starting to sell off now. All right. 10 seconds. Let's see how this candle is going to close. All right, so it's looking like it's starting to fill it. Remember how I was mentioning starting to fill this wick right here. You could have had an entry up here for sure, but I just want to make sure it starts to break this and starting to continue that lower high and lower low. Okay. Guys, when you're coming into this area, remember the low is starting to approach and we have a key demand here. Okay, so keep this in mind. If it does start to break, like I said, you're looking for maybe 10-20 pips. Okay, then you're looking to bounce. All right, if not, it's going to hold here and then might start retracing, which is say we can look for like maybe a nice little buy entry here. Okay, so there's a couple options that could come up to play as soon as we get to this area. All right. Okay, so look at this selling pressure right here. So you could, like I said, have had an entry up there, but I'm just waiting now for the overall continuation. Like I said, this is scalping, so I might end up holding these trades for a little bit. Or like I said, if you don't know how to scalp, sorry, that came out wrong. If you're not a scalper, you can look to hold, okay, but scalping, remember, quick in and outs, 10, 20, 30 pips, you know what I mean, unless you get like a nugget, which is a runner. Okay, so we'll wait and see here. Gold had a nice little breakout and now it's fully retracing for the new guys that are on the call. All right, so it's really important to see that this 1757 is going to be either a key area for break or a retest. That's the area that I'm waiting for. Okay, it's going to come down here and maybe push to the upside. Okay, if that's the case, or a second, sorry about that, it's going to start to break down here. Okay, you can have a nice little push up for retest, and then it can have a continuation maybe back to this demand zone. But it's got a break here, 1757. Okay, don't enter in prematurely. Okay. Okay, US 30 is continuing to pump. Okay, you can start to see it's walking its way up. All right, looking very, very nice around that 5. All right. So you can see, guys, for some reason on mine, it's have a nice little gap down. Okay, but on most people it doesn't. So if this starts to really kind of push to the upside, guys, look for it to start getting to this area right up here. Okay. Roughly 34,100. Okay. So if we go on the 15-minute, Yeah, exactly. Hold, guys, holding gold for a while can give you a heart attack. Exactly. So you can start to see, look, this on the 15 minute. Okay, so this is now starting to push. All right, this is the overall target goal right here. Okay, but remember, guys, look at this. Okay, if we go on the 4 hour, this is now what we're looking for coming out of London. Remember, we had that nice little demand zone. Okay, we're looking for the quick retracement here, which we got about 20 pips, then reversed. Okay, move this over here for US 30 for a sec. Okay, but now remember, key areas right here. All right, now it's starting to walk its way up. Very, very important to understand that 34,100 is the next target. Okay, starting to walk. All right, key target right there. Where is that overall price flag? Sorry, guys, give me a second. Just see if I put it. Oh, the price flag got erased. There it is, right there. Okay, so that's what we're looking for in US 30. Okay, it's on the 15 minutes, so we'll drop it now down to the 5, and we'll just look at the walk our way up here. Okay. Okay, let's check out gold here for 2 seconds. US 30 is continuing bullish, guys. Remember this, okay? So if we're looking for key areas, heavy consolidation of where it currently is, you can start to see on the left. Guys, there's a price line right across here, which is basically like bluish. Okay, you can see that we're getting resistance right here, and we're looking to walk our way up past this previous structure. Okay, so you can see that gold, sorry, US 30 consolidated. So push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, and finally found a nice little bounce and had a continuation. So we're currently in this area right now. All right, so keep this in mind. That's why US 30 is having a nice little pump. All right, and the overall target is roughly 34,100, which in case we're starting to find our next area. All right. Okay, so let's go back to XAU right here. Okay, guys, today was session was very, very slow. Okay, we had a nice little push at the beginning, roughly around 30 pips, and now it's starting to continuously sell off here. All right. Okay, so you can see this pathway is looking like the way of choice so far. All right. So let's just wait and see if we're going to get another potential entry before it's actually going to start to sell off here. Okay. 4:35, guys. Like I said, I'm going to stay till 5 because I'm going to get back up and doing New York. All right, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, guys, I'm going to be doing another London session on Thursday. All right, so trust me when I say it'll be a little bit better. I know how it moves now. I just because every session is different, right? I trade London personally, but never live. So just getting into the run of things is a little different. But if you watch the New Yorks, guys, you can see that we absolutely kill it. So I'll just need one session, get used to it, and then we'll be good to go. All right. So US 30, guys, it is starting to pump. Remember how I told you the overall target? 34,100. It's looking very, very good, guys. Very, very good. All right. So the entry would have been there. I'm not going to say that we did it, but this would have been a nice little breakout entry right there to have a continuation. Okay. You would have had maybe your stop loss roughly around this area, and then it would have walked its way up. All right. But now, don't worry. We'll wait and see. Maybe we'll get a retracement or we'll get that next little move. Okay. But that's where the nice little buy entry would be. All right. I will be doing New York. Okay, I do it every single day at like 8 to 10. This was just a bonus to test it out to see how we can do it, and then we'll be moving forward from there. Okay, but trust me, like I said, we'll be doing more Londons. Just got to get into the routine of it again. Okay. Okay. Overall target is 34,100. All right. So check out gold here. A little bit of indecision. Okay, 437. All right, so we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. Rampton, see you, my man. Thank you. Sam, yeah, absolutely. going on here. Peace, have a great night. Samyan, thank you, dude. Bro Trader, thank you. I have a sell from US 333978. It will continue not. Let me check that out, buddy. Let me check that out. I'm just reading some of the comments, guys. Okay, so big Al Shabaab advertising. Okay, dude. So remember scalping. Remember what I was telling you. Okay, this ran 20 pips and got rejected here. Okay, you would have wanted to have a nice stop loss. Like I said, 10, 20 pips. This is drawn at 20. Okay, so as soon as you had that, like I said, you would have probably wanted to exit simply as soon as it broke above the 200. Okay, you got in at a perfect entry, man. And I'm just describing someone's trade that they mentioned. You went up almost 20 pips. Okay, actually, it ran a little bit lower to 25. Guys, when you're getting in 25 pips, 30 pips, like it's really important to understand we're scalping here. We're not looking for a 200-300 pip breakout. All right. So if this burns some people, understand one, we were selling near a low, okay, into a demand zone. You can see it right there. This is daily demand. Okay. So 20, 25 pips is good for something like this. Okay. Is it a riskier trade? Absolutely. All right. The overall better movement was this buy right here. But again, keep in mind, right? US 30 was very choppy today. Okay. We'll wait and see how this is going to continue later on in the week. We might maybe just do the German 30 or might do both US 30 and German 30 and see how they move correlated. All right. So guys, if you can't, like I said, understand that 10, 15, 20, 25 pips is amazing. You know what I mean? I would look at maybe slowing it down, maybe going to a pair and seeing what that takes to try to get 20, 25 pips. It's a lot more than indices, right? So you can see that they're very fast, quick little scalps in and out. Okay, so that's kind of like scalping is. Obviously, overall, you can say we want these trends. We should have been looking for a buy entry rate above here on the 5 minute. Okay, but obviously the sell, we were waiting to see it, and then we were watching gold and other charts. So that's what makes it a little difficult when you're watching multiples at once. So, but keep in mind now, guys. Okay, the trade is done. We can't focus on anything like that. We gotta focus on now what's coming. All right, and what's coming is you can see it made a nice little high to 34,091, and then it sold off here. Okay, so let's see what's happening with gold now. All right, gold is starting to break down, guys. Okay, gold is really starting to break down, getting some heavy selling pressure here. So we're going to see if it's going to get a continuation. All right, just wait until the retest happens. Okay, wait until the retest happens. All right. Okay, guys, just be patient here. We got to get the close down here. Okay, the last thing you want is it to come in this area and start to pop back up. All right, so remember, we want it to close. Look for 10, 20 pips max. Have your stop loss nice and tight. Okay, depends on what you're doing. Your stop, I put it like this to erase the stop loss, guys, because I don't know what your account sizes are. All right, you see what I'm saying? I'm not too sure. You could be using small, large counts. I have no idea. But remember, guys, anywhere when you start to get into 10, 15 pips, all right, when you start to get, like right now this is 6, but when we start to get in the 10, 15 pip area, like I said, this trade we're looking for is maybe 20 pips. Okay, if that comes down here like this, you want to move your stop loss to break even. All right, just keep this in mind. I want to check out US 30 because I think we might getting some kind of retracement as well. Christian B, guys, can I say something about this because he nailed it? If you can efficiently make 15 pips, 2% of your account for the rest of your days, you have found the secret to success in a random world. That is one of the most truest comments that I have ever seen, because the value of a pip, guys, if you guys understand, you just have to increase your lot sizes and that's it with your account, right? So it's very, very important to remember this. Okay, very good comment, and I do really appreciate you saying that in here. Okay. Okay, gold is still dropping, guys. 2 minutes left. Okay, 2 minutes left here, guys. Let's see what's going to happen under the 2 minutes, and we'll walk our way down. Okay, guys, we're going to stay about 15 minutes. Like I said, New York is then next. All right, guys, where's everyone from right now? Like I said, I haven't done a London session. I usually ask that. Where's everyone from in the world? If you guys wouldn't mind dropping that in the link, that'd be huge, or in the chat. Cool, guys. We can actually talk in this one. It's a little bit slower. Okay. Connor, UK. We have Brian from Kenya. We have ETL from Pakistan, Mexico. Nina from Bangkok. Welcome. Imrich, Slovakia. Venice, UK. Indonesia from Excel. Omar from Turkey. Barobi from Botswana. Marbiz, good morning. Enzo from Wakanda. David George, UAE. David, buddy, we messaged you, guy. We're excited for you, man. Thank you so much for doing that one-on-one. Guys, look at what's happening with gold here. You can start to get a nice little push up. Okay, that was really unexpected, so keep this in mind, guys. Make sure you're moving your stop loss to break even. You just wouldn't want this trade to come in reverse, okay? All right. We have Michael from Poland, Jacob from Czech, okay? Guys, look at gold though, okay? Getting a nice little push to the upside here. Let's check out US 30 for 2 seconds. Okay, very, very similar what's going on. Okay, some reason they're correlated. Look at this, guys. See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You're looking for quick scalps. Okay. Look at that bottom wick. Dirty, bro. Dirty move, guys. That's a dirty move. That's a 10 pip. We're up 10 pips, guys. And look at that. Then they pushed it right back up. Don't worry. Just keep patience with it. If it starts to really reverse, then that's just liquidity grab. All right. Okay. New candles opening up, guys. We're going to wait and see what's going to happen here. Okay. If you're in this trade, I don't like that bottom wick, but looking like it could fill. Just beware that the buyers are still real, guys. We're coming down to this area where we have a nice little demand zone. Okay. Okay, keep this in mind, guys. Keep this in mind right here. Okay, guys, I'm not liking this bottom wick. Okay, so make sure, guys, if you're in this trade, like I said, it's starting to fall now. Okay, it's looking pretty nice, but start to secure some of your partials, guys. Start to secure some of your profits. All right. Okay, it might not bounce all the way down here. We're looking at probably getting in this area. There we go, guys. There's the drop. Okay. So, guys, make sure you're moving your stop loss to break even. Okay, and leaving this as a risk-free trade for real. Okay, look at gold, guys. Okay, so remember when it came in this area before, we have previous support. Okay, nice little bounce. All right, so understand, guys, same thing can kind of happen. We followed this pathway right here. You can start to see it was pretty much identical. Boom, rejected, and now we have a sell-off here. Okay. Yes, Brian, that's exactly it, dude. You want to analyze a top-down analysis, okay? So from the top, we do daily, 4-hour, hourly, and you lead into 5-minute, okay? Keep this in mind, all right? That's a very good question, all right? So just keep in mind, you always want to be doing top-down analysis here, okay? Abdulaziz, I think it might, honestly. I think that's a good possibility of it. So let's just wait and see, guys. So one of our members is saying potentially, like I said, a double bottom, which could have a neckline break, but we got to wait and see if it gets in this area right here. If it starts to get pushing up, all right, we do know that there's heavy buying power just waiting there, okay? All right. Okay, so gold 2 minutes left here. Let's wait and see. at the gold. Look at gold, guys. It's starting to tank here. Okay. We'll wait and see here. It's about a minute and 58 seconds. Let's wait and see. What do you guys think? Is gold gonna buy or sell? Okay. What do you think? Andre, Finland, what's going on, my man? Bye. Okay, let's take a look at US 30 again. Okay. Look at US 30 starting to sell off here. Okay. Remember we talked about US 30 is still overall, it made a nice little push to the upside, but like I said, here's your retracement now. We'll wait and see here. It's going to start to push, or it's actually going to start to pull. Okay. Okay. Look at gold, guys. Okay, so remember, you're getting that bottom wick. Next candle is going to open up in 1 minute. You want to make sure that you understand there's a lot of buyers are coming in because simple demand. Okay. Sutton broker. I'm not even sure what that is. Guys, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the brokers around the world. Like I said, we just focus on ours, and that's about it. Okay, so do apologize if I'm not too familiar with that. But look at gold, guys. Now here's the entry, sell. Okay, a lot of buyers coming in. Keep this in mind. Okay, it might retrace back down maybe one more time, about 20 seconds left, but buyers are going to start to come in this market, I think, now. Guys, so look at maybe closing your trade. Okay, for real. Honestly, I would look at maybe taking this trade, partials, whatever it may be. It was up almost, like I said, ran 17 pips, but now it's only run 9 pips. It's under 10 pips. Okay, so I would look at taking your partials, taking the trade, and then we can start to look at maybe looking at a reversal here, similar to what happened right here. Okay, in terms of the buy. All right. So keep this in mind, guys. Look to take that trade. I'm telling you this. I've said this. Okay. If it starts to really sell off, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I'd rather 9, 10 pips than having nothing. All right. So if that's the case, all right, we'll look for opportunities for buying right around this area here, around the neckline too. Okay. So you can start to see it sold, bottom wick. Now we're looking at getting into an uptrend. Okay. 4 minutes, 28 seconds left. See how it's retracing, guys, reversing now, a little bit of pullback. It's just because I'm noticing that bottom wick. I was hoping it would maybe get a little bit more in this area and then start to break, but you got to understand, you got to respect that these buyers are really strong here. Okay. Guys, we actually use, if you're in Australia, we use Fusion Markets, guys. They're based in Australia. Click the link, go to our website, www.stocksnevertrading.com, and you can check out the actual banner right there. Click on it, and like I said, Fusion Markets, so you should be good to go. Okay. Okay, so let's wait and see what's going to happen with gold here. Let's go check out US 30 yet again. Okay, holding good support here. Okay, starting to walk its way up. We'll see if it's going to start filling this candle, working its way to 3,400, 34,100. Okay, look for it to fill this previous candle right here. All right. Okay, so there's 3 minutes left here. We're at the high, guys. So I want to just quickly see something right there. I want to just throw on the RSI just for a lot of people. Actually, I had people messaging me about this. Okay, you can see that we're forming the high, so it still has a little bit more opportunity to grow. Okay, in terms of potential bullish movement, but then we're coming to, like I said, overall higher time frame still has a wide ways to go. Because remember, if you look at the hour, okay, this is US 30. Okay, remember we had the demand zone, and now we're starting to push all the way up here. Okay, so that's a huge bullish engulfing candlestick on the hourly. Okay, but remember, we're still focused. There's still a lot of selling pressure coming on US 30. Okay, see, we've been steadily selling off ever since. So we'll wait and see if we're going to get this nice little retracement all the way up to 34,100, and maybe even starting to fill half of this bearish candlestick, or it's going to start to fall and then fall back in that demand zone and see if it's going to sell off here. Okay. But US 30 still looking pretty bullish here. Pretty bullish, guys. Okay. Okay, let's end it off with gold. Okay, so see if we're gonna get a 5 o'clock push. I'll maybe stay till 5:05, guys, because like I said, I gotta be up in a few hours for the next session. Okay. Scott, nice grab, buddy. Okay, so a minute and 12 seconds left. Let's wait and see how this next candle is going to close. Okay. Okay, under 56 seconds. You can see now that they're starting to hold good support at this previous close. Okay, tried to liquidity grab it. Now we're going to see if we're going to walk our way up here. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds. We'll see how this candle is going to close, and we're going to start to walk our way up. Okay. Okay, 14. See how this next candle is going to close for you guys. Okay, get a nice little bullish push near the end. Okay, so you can see new candle opened up. It opened up bearish here. Okay, look for it to find some support roughly around 1756.5, and we're going to see if it's going to start to walk its way up. Okay. Okay, holding good support. Okay. New candles opened. Okay, it did held above 1756.61. Okay, so let's wait and see here. Okay, nice little pullback. Not falling, guys. So like I said, it's still in the TP area, but you want to make sure you're looking to take profit. Okay. Okay, so it starts to walk up, guys. Like I said, we're looking for entries maybe around this area here, but I'm not looking at just yet because there's still a lot of selling pressure overall. Okay, let's wait and see what's going on with US 30. Okay, starting to, like I said, starting to test these top wicks up here, getting close to 34,100. Okay. Okay, so we missed these overall buys. I'm just, like I said, opportunities would rate here, but because of the choppiness, guys, I'm not even having anything else looking at US 30. Okay, that's why I focus strictly on gold. You can see push, pull, push movement. You want to stay away from this type of thing. Okay. All right. So you can see with gold, guys, there's still a little bit of bearish momentum there. Nice little pullback. Okay, a little bit of a harami candle. Sorry, and now we're walking our way to possibly to the downside. Okay. Okay, 3 minutes left here. Okay, so you can see now for the fourth time actually, we'll include this candle. They're starting to push it up and holding good support. Okay, 1756.559 area. All right, so we'll see, guys. It's starting to sideways trade now. You can see a nice little push, and you had a retracement movement here. Okay, all right, starting to continue to sell off now. Look, it's starting to break this previous support. It's starting to sell. We're going to see if it's going to fill this previous wick right here. Okay, I'm going to wait and see. Okay, continuing to sell, guys. Let's see if we're gonna get a sell here, guys. Looking pretty good. Right into that demand zone. I'm telling you, I think they want to put it back here, but and then retrace. I think they want to put it down and then have a buy, but we'll wait and see here. This is the last chance for the sellers to kind of retrace before I think buyers are going to take control. Okay, there's about a minute and 35 seconds left. This is going to be the 5 o'clock candle here. Okay, guys, starting Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe more times we'll be doing London live. Okay, for the next couple weeks, and then 8:30 to 10 every single day for New York Open. Okay, guys, this is the first London session that I've done live. All right, so just be aware of that. The next one on Thursday a little bit better. I'm starting to see how the markets move. All right, guys, if you want to learn how to use Fibonacci's, like I said, you can join up in our mentorship group where we have that being done live. Okay, and also, like I said, we have tons of videos to show you how to do that. All right. Okay, 52 seconds here. Let's wait and see. Okay, new candle is going to be opening up in 45 seconds. Okay, we're going to wait and see. They might push it back down into this zone right here and then start to retrace, or they're actually going to maybe have continued selling pressure here. Okay, so let's wait. There's gold, guys. Let's see. Looking good. I am doing New York as well, guys. Absolutely. I'll be up in another couple hours. Okay, starting to break down now. Let's wait and see. Right in that area, guys. See how they're putting in that buys area? See the buyers, as soon as they get in that area, it starts to flicker. Okay, keep this in mind, guys. Keep this in mind. Right in that area. Okay. Athena, good. Absolutely. Nice sell. Okay, so remember, guys, we talked about in this area is very key here. Okay, a lot of buyers are accumulating. A lot of buyers are accumulating. Guys, in terms of indicators, I don't really recommend indicators. Okay, you should not be looking to buy or sell based on indicators. I'm just being real with you. You want to learn price action before. Okay. We're gonna end at about maybe 10 minutes, guys. Okay. Okay. So look, remember we talked about coming to the overall buying area right here. It sold off and it tapped it exactly. Let me show you something here, guys. That's 20 pips. It's almost 20 pips. Okay. The bottom wick is 20 pips. Okay. So remember now, watch for the retracement, guys. All right. Okay. Okay, US 30 I still think is pushing to the upside. Yeah, we had a nice little push, guys. You can start to see it's starting to come test now 34,100 mark. All right. So this is the overall target for US 30 from the break here. You can see they pushed and pulled, and now they're starting to walk its way up again. All right. So just keep that in mind. Okay, for US 30. Same with, take a look at the DXY here. Interesting. Remember how we told you, or I mentioned to you, that as soon as it broke below DXY, last thing you wanted was a nice little bullish engulfing candlestick, which it happened, and then it retraced, had a confirmation, okay, and then it started to walk its way up here, okay? All right. But gold was the best one today, guys. So don't worry, for US 30, every session trades different. So please keep in mind that on Thursday, get ready to come back with a vengeance here. I generally focus on US 30 myself, and I like gold a lot because there's a reason why a lot of people like gold themselves too. So Okay, so I'm just waiting for this, guys. I want to see this next move here. Okay, I want to see if they're going to dump it or if they're actually going to start pumping it. If they start to dump it, guys, remember this is a higher time frame support. All right, we're looking at probably 4-hour hourly. All right, if it starts to dump, like I said, overall target on the 5-minute, I'm looking at somewhere around here, 1754 mark. Okay, but remember, it's got to get past this area first, and then I can have a nice little fall. Okay. Okay, 1 minute and 3 seconds here. Okay. Doit, buddy, if you're up 200, I would just take it and leave it, man. You know what I mean? That's a good day. For real. That's a very good day. Probably caught the nice little sell-off. Okay, rode it all the way down. Now we're finding good support here. And now, like I mentioned to you, the buyers are going to start to accumulate here. Okay, let's check out US 30. Look at US 30, guys. Hit 34,100. Exactly the target we're looking for. Okay, now we're walking your way up. All right, do you see what I'm saying? Hit it right away. Perfect. All right. Should have had an entry right there. Like I said, I did show you the green before, but this would have been the nice little entry right here. All right, nice little breakout. Now you're running it up. Okay, didn't have that on there. I'm not going to keep it on there like I did, right? But that's what you're looking like for that trade. Which, in case, a nice little push, guys. You're looking at 40 pips then running. Okay, so that's what the trade on US 30 would have looked like. Okay, overall target 34,100 was hit. Okay, so let's check out gold now. Okay, guys, so it's 5:05. I'm gonna stay for probably maybe 5 more minutes. All right. Okay. 4 minutes now. The buyers are starting to come in. You can start to see they're flickering it. Okay, starting to find good support. Nice little bounce. So, guys, look at getting out of this trade if you're in it. Like I said, ran 20 pips, or you can leave some partials, and then it can start to walk its way up. All right, but key area right here, demand zone. Okay, it's bouncing in. Okay. Yeah, I will be live NFP. Absolutely. Okay, 3 minutes left. This is the last candle I'm going to stay on, guys. Okay, and then, like I said, I'll be up for New York. But look, guys, remember I was telling you, buyers are coming in. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, yeah, an NFP guy is going to be huge, huge. Okay, 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. Okay, guys, so like I said, let's go over this call. Okay, first London call in a while. All right, actually ever live. Okay, nice little buy entry right there. Roughly ran around 34 pips. Okay, okay, and then you had a sell off here. Okay, we caught the tail end of it. All right, roughly, like I was mentioning, you almost 19-20 pips. Okay, that was on gold. All right, so not bad. Like I said, trust me. Next session you'll see it'll be a little different. All right, now for US 30. Okay, look, we had a nice little sell opportunity, ran for around 25 pips. Okay, retraced, bullish engulfing candlestick, and then that started that bullish trend. Okay, bounced in a demand area right there. This was the overall resistance, and then I mentioned that if it starts to break here, which was sorry guys, sometimes TradingView doesn't always allow me to click on it right away. 34,055 mark was the entry right here. You can see it bounced up, retraced, okay, and then it had a nice continuation down to 34,100, which was the overall target. US 30 can continue to walk up, guys, but if you got in from 34055, the key resistance that was drawn, right, you're looking at maybe 40 pips, an excellent opportunity for an entry, okay, because now it's continuing to run. All right, so it's very, very good. So if you're in this, guys, hold it for a little bit, at least maybe, you know what I mean, the next key area that we have for resistance, 34122. Okay, and now you can see these double wicks right there. So we'll see if it's going to retrace now or what's going to happen based on the overall analysis on US 30. But remember, let's go on maybe the hourly to show you. This is what it looks like on the hourly. Okay, remember, this is daily demand. Okay, daily demand pops down here, starts having that nice little push to the upside, guys. Huge bullish engulfing candlestick. So if this thing walks up, like I said, the next target area would roughly be the bottom right here, 34,143. Okay, all right. But guys, there's about 1 minute left. I want to see how this next candle is going to close. You can see that it's starting to walk. 34121 is the target. Okay, target. And then we have gold here. Gold is starting to bounce as well. All right, so we're going to watch gold for the last 30 seconds, and then we're going to see how it's going to go. All right, and then like I said, guys, I want to probably end the call, and then we'll be back for New York. So if you want to come check it out, come check it out. Okay. Okay, guys, so it's 5:10. The new candle is going to be opening right now. Let's see if it's going to go push, bullish, or bearish here. Okay. Opened up bearish initially. Let's see if they're going to create a bottom wick and they're going to start walking its way up. Okay. But guys, if you are in this, like I said, maybe take partials, leave a runner if you'd like. All right. So you can start to see a nice little retracement forming. Okay. But guys, like I said, good call. Like I said, we had some gold buys and sells here, very nice. In terms of US 30, like I said, we had a sell, but then a nice little retracement buy. And then if you caught that breakout at the top, okay, in terms of right here, you know what I mean, from 34055 to 3400, you got around 40 pips, so look pretty good. Okay, all right. Bazar, man, absolutely, dude. It was a very nice call on gold. Okay. All right, guys. But yeah, like I said, check us out for New York. I'll be streaming in like another probably like hour and 45 minutes, but I just need a little break. So make sure to check us out. I will send the link to all the groups. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys, and we'll go from there. But I hope you had a good session. We'll finish off on gold, and then, like I said, we'll see you in a couple hours. Okay. God bless, guys. Have a good day, and like I said, see you soon. Okay. Bye bye.